Finally, rock drakes are able to be used on Aberration, but many fixes still to go for this map, and a first look at the next map by the creator of Fjorda. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So kicking off on Community Crunch 426, that's right, Astraeos, or Astraeos, I've been told I can pronounce them either way, has been announced through a crunch. Quite a refreshing new take that Wildcard are shouting out this and featuring this as their first big feature of this crunch. Well, and that's because it's made by the dude who brought you 𝐁𝐈𝐆 and of course the fan favourite Fjorda, with a very cool Greek theme to it. A absolutely wonderful trailer showcasing all of the new cosmetics. The boats alone look absolutely fantastic. Certainly a refreshing, detailed look with this one. Still got that kind of Nakatus touch that he seems to add to all of his maps, with obviously exploration, giant iconic statues, mythological beasts to defeat, and I'm sure a very rich Greek themed adventure awaiting. Delivering his biggest map yet at 264 kilometers squared, much bigger than most maps you've seen before, with majestic mountain ridges, marble-like cliffs and white peaches, and a paradise of cherry blossoms surrounded by white beaches, throwing in alpha dino variants on top and enhanced loot. It's certainly an anticipated map, and one coming available day one for crossplay on October the 10th. Mark your calendars. This is one map that certainly everybody is gonna want to check out. It almost feels like an official announcement of the next official map for ARK, but you know, seeing that Nakatus has made those, I wouldn't be surprised that maybe there was some way for it to worm its way into the roster. But then again, there is going to be a premium version of this map later on after that initial day one free look. There's no doubt in my mind that this will be one of those premium mods that is worth the money, but I kind of feel like it's a shame to miss out on this being part of the roster. But you know, and we'll get to it in just a moment, Wildcard are certainly not holding back on mods being part of official ARK anymore. They dropped a note update on the current issues with PlayStation, in particular some rendering issues there that they're trying to address with a number of level fixes, general content and gameplay bugs fixed in the coming weeks. But the whole FSR 80% improvement update has kind of left us a bit ambiguous on, are we actually there? The original AMD Fidelity FX frame interpolation to improve that boost has sort of rolled out, but not completely. There's some implementation, but the upscaler is certainly missing, and there seems to be some work there for them to reach the goal that I was expecting to when they launched Aberration. Still seeing a lot of comments from you in the chat, certainly struggling to play this one. Well, play this one and it look well. And hopefully these do get resolved imminently. It's been a week now since the map came out, and hopefully the devs are definitely looking into that. And, you know, don't forget the arrival of Unreal Engine 5.4, which is going to be a big one, especially for higher end consoles, and certainly the all round that the devs are hoping to drop between October the 15th and November the 15th. Rock drakes are finally fixed. Apparently a lot of you were having issues flying these things, gliding these things, where they were just not working at all, and that's now been resolved. Admittedly, I haven't got my hands on actually being able to fly one of these until just now, so I missed that window of the issues you were facing, but good to hear that one, because you know, everybody loves a rock drake. That's kind of a big reason to play on Aberration, right? But there's still quite a few more bugs under the hood. The issues with beating Rockwell and either dying or not getting the element because you instantly ascend are still running at the moment. The devs have said that they're still working on that, prioritizing a fix that will be rolled out in the next planned major version next week. Not going into too much detail about what other fixes will arrive next week. One thing that will be is catapults, hopefully, although Dolly ambiguously replied with very soon, so that could mean next week. It could be later, but you can tame them with cannons. But come on, like that splash damage, although I'm not too sure if splash damage is still a thing, considering rock elementals could be tamed with cannons efficiently now. But either way, catapults are how you tame crabs, right? So fingers crossed that one's going to roll out in that next big patch next week. On top of another mod spotlight showcase, love to see these with some aberration features this time around, some things to help elevate your aberration experience. One in particular I'm very surprised by: skins for the Bob's steampunk structures already available for you to amend those. It's a great thing to see. And if you don't know, behind the scenes I'm hearing there's already a bunch of different mods, such as the Better Traits mod that's been given permission by wildcard staff to allow you to do all the gene scanning and gene storage without owning the Steampunk Ascent Bob's pack yourself. A big win really there. That was something I felt very strong about and ranted about last weekend. Great to see that wildcard have allowed that to happen, at least traits to be looked at from a modding capability. So unofficials, single player, you're all covered. You now have the ability, if you don't plan to purchase this DLC, to at least have a good look at how gene traits work through mods. The only people missing are unofficial, but me, Hillbilly Willy, Omni and TK got in a pretty deep diving debate on our outlooks of Aberration coming from all aspects of the Arkiverse and our takes on it, and it seemed to me that official PvPers like Omni are more than happy to pay for stuff like this and help support and get that content and keep it refreshed, fun and revitalized for the running of ARK Ascended. I'd really encourage you to go and watch this. I'll leave a link to this one in the description, where we talked about everything and we covered all bases, and including our perhaps future hopes, predictions for the next maps to come, like Extinction, Gen 1 and Gen 2. And perhaps something pretty monumental, ARKPOC is going even further than it did before. We had a little crack at this a few weeks ago with my little bro, checking out all of the crazy wacky mods that they brought to ARKPOC, trying to, I guess, redefine a new style of play and seeing how mods can work in a cluster that wipes every month. So you can kind of take it for the fun that it is, and the fact is it does certainly invite more casual PvPers like myself, and hopefully may revitalize a whole new audience that want to get stuck in. Please do go check it out. But this one is pretty wild, with a bunch of new mods introduced to this season, with the wipe on October the 11th from Marnie Mod's hairstyles, new creatures such as Big Al's Merax's TLC, Cyrus's Critters, great to see Cyrus getting a shout out there, the Dino Finder, which allows you to track any dino on the map. I'm surprised to see this one in there. Some structure skins, but some pretty game-changing ones, such as No Untamables, that allows you, of course, to tame literally anything and everything from Ammonite to Nidaria through to Eurypterids. Small structures, which kind of is the name on the tin. We looked at this some time ago. Pretty fitting for a character sized such as me, and obviously going to allow you to make much smaller bases to put tiny little forges in like this one. But multi-table, which I gotta be surprised, sounds seriously broken. Able to produce important resources such as element. So maybe there's more to it, but it sounds like people are going to have giant tech bases pretty rapid, and I look forward to seeing if that style of gameplay might encourage people to invest some time into it and check it out. And please do. I think, you know, it's an opportunity, you know, you can get stuck into, knowing that it's going to wipe, have a bit of a crack, and I'll definitely be there checking it out myself, especially seeing Aberration will be joining the roster for that season 2. Following on with some rates from 2x on PvP, PvE, all the way up to 5x on ARKPOC. There was a bunch of shoutouts, including 1-2 tier Aurora's Yi Ling Trap, which we used, checked out ourselves, and I gotta say worked pretty well, able to allow us to test how powerful these Yilings possibly are. Definitely some things there, some elements on what they can really do. Their AI is absolutely wild, though against bosses not so much, but you know, we found some passable cheesing methods with that one. Maybe they might get patched after that video has been out for a while. We'll see what happens there. Look forward to seeing what people are going to do with these Yilings in particular and the different feather abilities. I feel like there's still some untapped possibilities there, but some big possibilities with Astraeos. Honestly, I know I'm a huge fan of Nakatis' work. You know I am, and I can't wait to see what this one especially looks like, as well as a bunch of other awesome modded maps out there. They are coming thick and fast. There feels like there is ever more content than there ever was. But where is the ARK content? Where is the next maps? Of course, my bets were placed on Ragnarok coming out before Extinction. Does feel like perhaps Extinction could be that next map after all, and is it really gonna arrive in December as the devs planned? Only time will tell. So until the next one, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.